Hi, my name's Natalie Baak. I'm from Adelaide in Australia. I got into running the marathon because I suffer from depression and I felt like I needed a goal. So my first step was to find a charity to run for because I felt like doing it for a reason would be a really great motivator. I ended up speaking to my GP, who I was seeing a lot at the time because it was a bit of a rough patch, and she suggested I talk to Nick. They had a spot for me to run and it was all go from there. So my first lot of training was a hard session of Googling to try and find some marathon training schedules and figure out where I had to go from there. So I started with shorter runs and tried to build it up. I did a lot of fun runs because I found that was the best way to actually motivate myself. I ended up doing the Adelaide Half Marathon on August the 28th, and after that my knees decided to give up on me. So I went to a physio, I was getting treatment and doing some strength work. Unfortunately I couldn't do any more long training runs after that, but I did manage to finish the run today, which I'm really happy with. To start with, I guess waking up at 4:45 in the morning and not running until 10:40 wasn't the best preparation I found for running 42.2 kilometres. But when the gun sounded and we started running over the bridge, all of that fell away and it was just incredible. Running through all the 5 boroughs, seeing all the different aspects of New York City from a different light, from a runner's perspective, trying to ignore the pain of the run and just doing a bit of sightseeing along the way was just amazing. And I found the spectators really helped. There was nothing better than hearing them yell out my name because it was written on my shirt, and they were cheering you on and they were giving you lollies, and it was just incredible. It was one of the most amazing experiences of my life, and no matter how sore I am today, I would do it again, but don't tell anyone because I've been complaining about it all afternoon. When I decided to run the New York Marathon, it was a very personal decision. I went through a very, very rough patch in December last year, and I found it very hard to leave the house. I didn't leave the house for a couple of weeks. One of my greatest accomplishments in that time is actually putting on a belt with my jeans. So that's where I was in December 2010. I found that I was watching a lot of 30 Rock, which is a Tina Fey comedy set in New York, and I decided that I just wanted to go. So I thought I needed a goal or something to get me out of the house, get me exercising again and get me motivated, and I thought, why not run the New York Marathon? I don't start small. So I really wanted to do it for a reason, and I found that the Jodi Lee Foundation was a really good charity. It's Adelaide based and it's very personal, and I'm really happy to be involved in it, and I was really excited to do the fundraising and get the message out there. And today I'm just a completely different person to who I was back in December. A lot of it is due to the training and the exercise and the motivation, also through the support of my boyfriend and my GP and my psychologist. So I've got a lot of support. My parents were amazing, and my mum was absolutely terrified for me to come. I'm sure she was, and she didn't want me to do any permanent damage, which I haven't. Sorry, Mum. I'm all good. So it's almost been a year now, and I found that being involved in such an important foundation has really helped me through a lot of my issues, and it really helps with the motivation. I did find wearing a costume when I run really helps the crowd. They always get involved. They look twice at you instead of just glancing at you like you're any other runner, and it does make you feel a bit special and reminds you of why you're running. So when you get to that brick wall at 32 Ks, you keep going. And also knowing that everyone on the team was wearing the black tutus and everyone was running for the same cause was just amazing. It meant a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Nick, and I was really happy to be wearing that tutu.